Let's see the results now. Newbie. Oh, look, we've got another one. Well, this one's up to you, Dave. And while Dave's going to tell me what he's doing, I'm going to run what I want to do. I'm going to run an ad break. So the sound's going to disappear because I have to alt tab out. And I'll run a 1 minute ad break and I'll see you when it's over and done with. That's if it works, of course. All right, paging Mr. Dave, Mr. DC Dave. Is he busy working? Is it high value? High value it is. Nice and easy. Fantastic. I got 2 emails. What do we got? Special transports. That's nice. Drivers with their own equipment needed. That's also nice. I'd love to have my own equipment. What's my bank balance? 11 grand. Oh, nice. I mean, pressure on you, but the end is in sight. Okay, so let's try and find if we can get a job back. Well, first off, let's look to see if we've got a company here as well. Okay, we don't. And we don't have a delivery to that company either. So back to Madrid. Okay, so we've got 2 options here. We've got a solo tower. Is it a solo? Yeah, it is. Solo tower and canned beer. Better in a bottle. ST or CB? What's on the CB? Truckers. Is that going to be your answer for everything? I mean, it's my most favourite answer, I have to say, Sweeto. But if most money is the one you're going to always do, and if actually that is my option as well. What do you think, Dave? Least money. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, Dave. Did not see that come in at all. Would have seen it by anyone else, but not you. That's the most money one. All right. Back into a Skinya. Going back to where we've been. Actually, I should check to see if there's... Oh, well, actually, I've got to drive past all and unlock everything, eh? Which is something I normally do as well. Like I said, when you play a game and stream it, it's not the same. Completely different. Alright, the first thing I want to do is I want to see exactly... I want to go straight ahead at the roundabout. Oh, and I also want to do is not press the button I normally use in FS19 to start the tractors. I need to press the button I usually set the cruise control in FS19 to start the truck. Yeah, that's not confusing, is it? Alright, we're going to use that GPS. We're going in cab this time. Let's go. Let's make this money. Let's make this cash so we can get ourselves a truck. Did you park hard up against the wall? Are you kidding me? You are hard up against the wall, aren't you? Thanks, game. Try and get a nice angle out of here, and then I can hopefully turn without any issues. Come on, you can do it.
Recomputing.
What do you mean recomputing? I haven't gone anywhere for you to recompute.
Turn left.
What are you on about? I'm not even on a road. What are you on about?
Finding a new route.
Well, you do that then. You just do what you do best. Whatever you feel like it is what you do best. Don't know why I married her. Right, oh, here we go. I love how friendly these people are and let me out. Look.
Turn right and then turn left.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn left and then go straight ahead. And you can deal with it. Off you go, go on. You can go too because I haven't got the takeoff speed required to beat you. Come on, Audi. Move your butt. Thank you, Audi. I'll let Jeremy Clarks get out. What are you doing? Come on. In your own time. Stop. No. BMW drive. No, you BMW. Get. Ah, for crying out loud. God, these guys are. Go. Come on. You know what? This is what it's like in Spain. I'm never going there. I'll tell you that. It's not how we do it here in New Zealand. I can do this much. People would have let me out here. They would have been cursing me under my breath and everything else like that. But we like to pretend we're actually polite and kind. Oh, that's it. You know what? Go. Just go. Come on. Just go. I'm going to sneak in. You've got plenty of room, dude. There we go. Now you stay. No. No. Seriously. Things that never happen in a solo play. Only on a stream, right? I've got to remember which button is actually for the... Oh, I remember now. The beacon. There we go. And we're off. Right, let's go past these... Unlock these things. I really regret choosing that company to be a contract to. No, let's see. Now you let me in. You've got the right of way. You're on the roundabout. The roundabouts work, man. Seriously, trust me. The roundabouts work. You can keep going. Traffic will flow. Don't have to give... Well, you do have to give way to the people on the roundabout. And if you drive on the left, you give way to the people coming from the right. No, I want to go straight ahead, don't I?
Keep right.
Let's find these places. Come on. A little bit of an Easter egg hunt here.
Reroute.
I don't like the way this cab's set up, but I won't bother because every truck I'll be putting different trucks. I don't want to change it for each one all the time. I'll just wait until I buy a truck. And then do it. Actually, it's not too bad now I've centered it. Because I normally have it so I can see the whole side mirror. Can I sneak in there without changing? Oh, you're going to crash. I can just see it. I can just see you being crashed into here.
Keep right. And then
Because I've played this game a lot. What did I tell you?
A new route.
Didn't even see you. Sorry, bud.
Get ready to turn left.
I knew that was going to happen because it always does, even in a solo play. I'm not blaming streaming this time off for that. Alright, there's a recruitment agency there.
Recomputing.
Yep, we found it. And now the man truck. Come on. Thank you. Let's go. Let's hit the road, Jack. What options have we got here? We got the... I like a display that tells me the actual... Oh no, the scanner doesn't, does it? I have to use the actual speedo for this. No, it's not that one. Get into gear. You're turning, get into gear. This feels heavy actually, the cargo. Wonder how heavy it is. 24 tons. Yeah, great, you've just put that right over the GPS, you don't know if you need to go straight on. I do. You gonna let me in? Let me in! Come on, work together. There we go. Let me in. Well done. I've got beacons on and everything. You can't miss me. Now we're away. The ram. Are you gonna send me the repair costs, Smudo, if I ram them all? Mind you, it's not my truck. No, don't think like that. I've got to take a guess when I'm hitting 92. There? Maybe? I mean, I like Scanias, right? I like Volvos too. But I always go with the Volvo mainly because it has the speedo and digital. This doesn't, I don't believe it does. What do we got? We got that, we got... oh, I'm set at 86, am I? Well, that's not helpful, is it? There we go, 90k. What? You don't like the old speedos there, the old budgie smugglers. Dave. Come on, it's the 2000s. Be a bit more open-minded. Now, I suppose the good thing is, I am keeping left. I had no plans to go anywhere but left. Well, straight, really. See, I don't get that. Why do they tell you to keep... I don't know. I would have just gone... nothing. If I don't hear it from the GPS, then I know, oh, I'm not supposed to turn. The GPS tells me to turn, then I know I can turn. And what is the time? It's 8 o'clock at night. I better turn the lights on before I get a ticket, right? Keep left, there we go again. I don't know if you guys can hear the GPS, actually I was going to change it. To the other version, I'm using the Sound Fixers one, which sounds a bit more realistic. Now, I've got to remember when I get into this other town to go and have a look at the other question marks. Uncover them, see what it's got. Good old Spain. I haven't seen most of this. Like I said, I normally get a DLC, and by that time I've played the game for a little bit, and I stopped playing for a while, and I'll probably visit one or two cities in that DLC. This time around I got the DLC, and what I normally do, because I like my pro mods, is I wait for pro mods to release a compatible version with the DLC before I get the DLC. And pro mods has had Spain, just a few cities up the north part of Spain, not many, just a few, but one of them was Barcelona. And I like Pro Mods' Barcelona better than this one, but I think this one they've used the SCS's setup of it. But yeah, I haven't seen most of this. Only what my friend Duxuli's been streaming when he did the DLC look. I only got to see what he sort of drove around, and it's very desolate type. I sort of get the feeling, I think it's Arizona and ATS. I get that feeling with the landscape through the here. Why are they breaking up ahead of me? And I ain't going to be able to tune into the next lane. So yeah, now I get to have a look at this. That's one of the reasons why I chose Madrid. Well, it was probably the reason I chose Madrid. I mean, I could have chosen anywhere. I mean, the previous DLC, which was Romania or something like that, I can't remember which one it was. I've been to one city in that. I could have chosen there. Because as I said at the beginning of the stream, the million people, YouTubers and Twitch streamers have done this the day it came out. So you've all probably seen this a million times, but I haven't. I've only seen the Pro Mods version. And there's another mod I got a light mod as well. It makes the lights a lot brighter. It's really, really good. You can probably see a lot better in the stream as well. The high beam's awesome. If I remember what button, there it is, that's the button. Brake checked me because I high beamed them. Get over it. Just concentrate on your driving, don't worry about what I'm doing. If I concentrate on what I'm doing, you concentrate on what you're doing, then we might not end up in an accident. As soon as I say that, right? Watch me go right up the back end of this one. Turn it into a mini. So when's our planned... Bring that... Oh no, we went too far. Oh hey, how come I'm almost out of gas here? Those cheap bastards didn't even bother filling up the truck for me. You got an hour away anyway, 74 Ks. If we get to 90, it'll be a lot less than an hour away. I actually, just before I brought this up, I can get rid of it now. I know it's an hour away. No, get rid of it. You're pressing wrong buttons again, aren't you? That's the button you want. Is it? That's the GPS view I want. Yeah, just before I brought that map up, I actually thought to myself, oh, maybe I should check the fuel. Surely they would have filled it up. There it is there. I didn't actually see it just before. Yeah, I could have just gone like this, I suppose.
Right, and then exit right. Exit right.
There's the high beam. So as you can see with the, well, if you play this game, or even ATS, I think the traffic's pretty much the same. As you can see with the mod I've got, there's a lot less traffic around at night. I will leave it on high beam just purely because of the streaming. And be able to see a bit better. Now the settings should be on realistic fuel as well. Maybe I need to check that. I normally have it on that. Have I got what? Meat filled thermos. No? Thermos as in a flask. Well, actually we call it a thermos as well. You mean the container that holds hot or cold liquid? And if it has hot liquid in it, it keeps it hot for a little longer than it would be if you just put it in a cup type of thermos. Why would I have meat in it? Unless it's a soup of some sort. You've totally confused me. Oh, I can see the end point coming up. I'm going to check the map in a second to see if there's anywhere that needs to be discovered. I'll do that now because I'm going to need to turn soon. Just before we hit the roundabout, let's have a look here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We've got nothing that needs to be discovered here. Why can't I go down this way? Is this one-way street? Is it? You know what? GPS knows best. Are the beacons actually on? Ah, I'm all good, mate. Don't need fuel. Fine.
Keep right.
Absolutely fine.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Well, no, because I checked how far away
Exit now.
the delivery point was.
Turn right.
And I'm sure saw that I was going to make it. Perfectly fine. Oh, it is a one-way street. Well, there you go. Trust in the GPS. Despite the beginning, we couldn't figure out where I was. Couldn't figure out that I was in the exact same place I was when I first started the truck on and told me where to go. I moved an inch and I got all confused.
You have arrived at your destination.
Trying to remember what the buttons are. Is it that button? It is too. Okay. Oh, this doesn't have beacons. Hence the reason why the beacons aren't working. Another one down. Another dollar made. It might be on euros, actually. It is on euros. There we go. Another euro made. I wonder if I go into Great Britain and instantly turns to sterling. Right. Oh, you don't even get a choice this time. I wasn't good enough to level up. Let's have a look at the job market. Let's have a look at the location where we're at. Oh, there's one there that goes back to where we came from. If that's the only one, that's the one we're doing. Oh, we've got two, actually. So we've got the empty pallets for 3,400, or we've got the brake fluid for 2,000. Well, yeah, 2,900 basically. So BF or EP. Smoodo's gone for EP. Even just Smudo. Because the answer is, what pays the most? New location? What do you mean new location? Have you not been listening to me, Dave? Do I have to explain myself again, Dave? I'm doing this a little differently. I'm starting off at my main town, well, city, Madrid. And I'm contracted to one company, which is this one. So I will deliver from them to outside the city, but when I get outside the city, I need to try and deliver I've got to try and deliver back to Madrid. And if there is actually one of these companies in the city I ended up in, then I take one of their transports. Otherwise, I take a transport that goes to that company. And that'll continue until I've upgraded and fully manned, or put personnel into the garage. And when I go and buy a new garage, then I'll have another company I can deliver. So basically, like I could go with Lavish Food, so I'd have the choice of these two companies to deliver for. I'll be doing it on ATS as well tomorrow. The exact same gameplay. So I'm going to carry on doing that. And it's just to see how well I can build the business up. So if it does give me different cities, different locations from here, that'll be fine. Empty pallets. Like I said, I mean, Smedo didn't put it in there, but I assumed his normal response is the one that pays the most, which was empty pallet. Probably the reason he knew that's why I didn't mention it. Hey, Smedo. He's fallen asleep again. Told you did the right thing. You couldn't sleep, you came and watched me, and I'll put insomniacs to sleep. Everyone's got a talent, that's mine. What am I in now? Oh, Mercedes. Is that right? There's the gear right there. Is that the cruise control? Obviously it's cruise control because I'm definitely doing more than 0 kilometers an hour. I am moving. Which way are we going? This way. Right, I get on the open road and I go into bumper view. And as I said, if people missed it, I do one trip. Well, basically one trip. I mean, as I get into longer distances, every time I go to sleep, I switch between a cab view and the bumper view. Occasionally, I might go into just the outside view so we get a good look at the scenery. Now, the other thing I need to do too. Yeah, well, basically with the Pro Mods, if you know where you get a definitions file, you need to download. So you got to set it up and it asks you what type of PC you're running. Now, normally because I play this in 4K, I just get the high graphic one. Also get the very high one as well. And I have to make one that also incorporates using Rush Map with it, or one without. So what I normally do is I get a high one for Rush Map and a high one without using Rush Map, and the same with the very high one. And now I'm streaming this at 1080, playing this on 1080.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
I might put the very high one in. Well, I will put the very high one in and see how we get on. Because so far it all seems quite stable. The stream, it's at 60 FPS. So, looks good. Have I got lights on? I probably don't, do I? I do now. Let's get the high beams on so we can see better.
Get ready to turn left.
And then I can up these graphics to very high and we'll see how we go. But yeah, you don't get to see much of the season mod. I'm using the spring one I'm using at the moment. Oh, you might have kind of, yeah. That's a Volvo driver for you, isn't it? Yeah, because of the lack of vegetation, so you can't see the difference between the standard graphic one and the mod itself. Right, I need to go into that view, bring up the mirrors, which in turn has moved my chat as well. There we go.
At the ramp, take the second exit.
He's going to turn on me, isn't he? Do I take the rest? Do I take the rest? No. I saw that coming. I said that's one issue. Normally what I do is I go into first person view when I hit an intersection quickly and then jump back out again. The reason I love this view is, oh look at the gas again. It's mainly because when I played a lot of like racing games, Need for Speed and stuff like that, especially Colin McKay Rally before it turned into WRC Rally games, and well, even with Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that, anything to do with a car, this is the view I'd love. I couldn't stand being inside the car or anything like that. I always enjoyed the bumper view. With ETS and ATS, the one bonus with this view that makes it even better for me is you get to hear the sound of the engine. And especially with the Scania and the American trucks on ATS. Oh, it warms the cockles of my heart. Those sounds. I think out of all of them, the Scania is the best in ETS, but the all the trucks in ATS. Oh, I haven't used the Volvo, but all the American-made trucks so far. Oh, actually, I don't think I've had the Western Star either. Just Kenworth and Peterbilt. Oh, they just sound amazing. They really do. Now we get to see the realistic rain mold in effect. I mean, I don't know if you can tell the difference because I've used this for so long. I forget what the standard version looks like. I've got to get used to the gears as well. No. Excuse me. The reason is the Scania and the Volvos have a different setup with my gear lever rather than my shifter. Mainly because they've got the two gears, C1, C2. I just went all quiet then because I love the sound of the thunder in this game when I'm out of cab as well. It probably didn't come through that well because it was very quiet actually on my headset. But it still sounds... Well, actually, have I got it? Yeah, that'll be because I got it turned down. Never mind. Might have come through. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, with the gears. So basically I use a range shifter. So I've got 6 gear shifter, obviously. 6 gears? Yeah, 6 gears plus reverse. Which is basically 6 gear, but what you do is you press down on the gear stick and then put it into reverse. So when you got a 12 gear truck, obviously 6 gears ain't going to cut it. So I have a button on the wheel itself to change the range up from gear 1 to 6 to 7 to 12. And I use a G29, which is the PlayStation, Logitech PlayStation one, and the G920 is the Xbox one. So it's got the similar D-pad and all that as a PlayStation controller. So I just use the D-pad up and down buttons to use the range shifting. Now in this truck here, pretty much all of them except for the Volvo and the Scanias, they're just straight 12 gears. So I just press the down button to shift from 6th to 7th, which basically got my shifters going from 6th to 1st. The first gear obviously becomes 7th, and second gear 8th, and so on. And but when you get the Scania and the Volvos, which I tend to use the most in my solo plays, you also get 2 extra gears, C1 and C2. So it becomes a bit weird because you've got C1, C2, so you can go then 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then I have to use the shifter to go up from 5 to 10, and then the shifter again to go up from 11 and 12, the final 2 gears. Now on this one, like I said, to go from 6 to 7th, and I actually don't, I just stick to the odd numbers. I very rarely go into an even number gear, so I'll go from 3rd to 5th to 7th, etc. But to go, say, from 5th to 7th, I need to use the shifter, and it's the down button. Now, because I've only got the 2 ranges to choose from. Now when it comes to the Volvo and the Scania, the weird thing is, to go from 5th to, well actually on that one it's 3rd to 5th, to go up a range, you think, oh, that's the down button as well. And as I said before, I've got 2 buttons assigned to the shifting, the up and the down on the D-pad. But it isn't. You think, okay, so from 3rd to 5th you press the down, so you can go all the way up to 10th, and from 10th to 11th you press up, but you don't. It's completely opposite. I don't know why that is. I found out, much to my disgust, I thought I broke my steering wheel actually. First time I'd found that out, which wasn't that long ago actually. I was trying out all the other different trucks, because I normally use a Volvo, to be honest, like I said, because of the digital speedometer display. Where the Scanias don't have it. So I decided I'll start trying out a couple other trucks to see how they go. Mans and the DAF, and I stay away from Renaults, to be honest. The Mercedes and that, and I went to change up and I pressed the up because I thought that would be the next one, as it normally is, to get me into the next range, but no. And I thought I'd broken my wheel. I thought something was broken on it. So I don't know why it does that. Why it's not consistent. Not much happening out here, is there? It's all quite dark, really. What are we on? 15 grand. Well, hopefully, when I get and deliver this one, I'm going to take a quick break and make myself a coffee and everything. And hopefully when we get back, it'll send us to a different place.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Go straight up.
No, I zoomed right in.